Como ayeshi, baby ayeshi, sikana loki, baby I broke it. Anzu ya maya bemu, ayede na beva. Yase, kokroko. Ya no mesi adiachi ye wageto. Anu amanda. Antuntum de da yese moto. No, I'm not doing it well. But obviously, my favorite part of when the Shay and the Shay gang's hit is ya bre motivational speakers. Muntra ye kwano. Ya perenji no me. Esewa. Yes, I'm here. Someone say na number. Abna bedi koko. No, then the best part is Moleke Mr. John. You see, when you pedu. If you don't get it, I can't help you. But Nana Obwanipa the last. Nana Obwanipa only yimu the last. Obibinio, Obrunio, yimu. You know, when you say that was a compelling storytelling, man, I love it. It's on point because, hey, people are suffering. People need help. People need help. Come and see the way young people are queuing at night all the way through the morning at former Lavinda He, seeking to be recruited into the fire service. And you know the Lavinda He has been decommissioned for a long time, but something small to welcome you there. When you go there, it will hit your nose. And people were in the thing. Hey, Monsieur, in fact, they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So I want you to see some. I want you to see how young people queued up along the highway like Christmas trees at parade. Honestly, Natafa, it is heartbreaking.
Fox speed, roll it. Shake it. Baby, I shit. See, can I lock it? Baby, I block it. So, yeah, my baby, mo, yeah, then I befa. Oh, befa. Yeah, then I befa. Go, croco, ya no me tia chogeto. And Ramanda, in Tuntun de Dias Moto. O'Brien, say, Monsieur Biachalato. No be lie, shit, bibia ya, shit, obia ya wad, shit, love it, chale, no be lie, shit, bibia ya, shit, obia ya wad, shit, chroma ya shit, baby ya shit.
Hey, no, this is serious. It is very, very serious. We have to catch up because, whoa, you know, there's this saying in Chi that. I love that saying. It's an expression people used to say no matter what, they will succeed because they are like the eggs of a dove. Yeah? So, but a 3-time VGMA Songwriter of the Year, Kofi Kinata, he says, Abubro Kosia, a community yachore. Abubro Kosia, a community yachore. Hey, that thing bust my brain. Kofi Kanata is a legend. And in fact, he says it all, right? And guys, I want you to show the video again, the video of the people who are walking on the place. And Kofi Kanata says, Yene ehyafo stubborn proud of one. Yelusu with swag no. Hen inshallah for no. Living legend for no. Yen terms doors no. As I say, yen a befa on God. We will still win. As I say, we've been through a lot, but we stay real. Ebubro Kosia, hen no or community yachore. Now listen to my favorite part. The heart race, the heart beats, the rat race, the heart breaks, but we found grace. Then you will hear, we change the level. Now, there were thousands of applicants across the country searching for jobs into various security services, but only a few hundreds will be successful, out of which, do you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who... Now, the painful part of it all is that even if you paid for the forms to join the long queues, you could be disqualified, and chances are you will be. But the most painful part for me is to be disqualified just because. Okay, so you could be disqualified because you have stretch marks, because you have tattoo, you have double piercings, which that makes sense. But the most painful one, Beverly, is that you are short. And no, I can't take far. I can't take. So, on behalf of all my short friends who sit in trotro and their legs hanging in their hair, those when they sit on the edge of a bed, then we are all concerned because if they jump, that's no, it's a suicide case. Short people, when they sit on the edge of the bed and they jump, they can commit suicide. So, that's the situation. That is the problem. On behalf of all my friends who are short, I am dedicated to this show to fight for equal rights and justice for all persons without discrimination on grounds of vertical disability. Welcome to the show. This is BackPage on CDTV. My name is Caleb Kuda. If you are one of the many who has been disqualified, or who you know that you will be disqualified because you are short, I can imagine you're heartbroken. Yeah, please grab a bottle of chilled Belacqua Active, cool your heart, stay true to originality while I say some for you, okay? Good. Now, share the link of the stream on Facebook with your family and friends, and let's have some fun together, right? Don't forget Belacqua Active is a proud sponsor of BackPage. Let's set the ball rolling, because tears were rolling down the cheeks of some frustrated, desperate, hungry, ambitious, underemployed or unemployed young people yearning to serve this country, and by so doing, getting some but they were disappointed, or they will be disappointed, among other things, for the sheer reason of their height inadequacy, their briefcases.
I'm begging you.
Yeah, don't worry. Just give us a phone, okay?
No.
Tears roll as some applicants get rejected in their bid to get enlisted into the Ghana Immigration Service.
Stop crying.
One of the major disqualification factors is height.
Very sad.
I couldn't meet the target with regards to the height.
Minimum 1 meter 73 centimeters for males and 1 meter 63 centimeters for females.
When you input your data into the system, you enter your own height, what you have. But they will be checking the height physically on the ground to see whether what you put into the system is the correct one.
Chief Superintendent Alfred Fifi Okran, in charge of intelligence, explains.
Because he wanted a system to pick him, he inputted a height which is not original, so that the system can qualify him for him to get entrance. So that is why we are here to do the physical checking. So those who have manipulated the system by inputting wrong information, physically when we check, they will take you out.
Short people are suffering too much. It's so sad. I can't take far. You see how the young lady was crying, the other one cried, was very sad. You see, as for short men, they suffer too much. Too much. The girls will reject you just because you are short. Only for the government to reject you because you're also short. So I couldn't miss the target with regards to your height. This is so heartbreaking. It's so sad, man. I mean, you can't fault the women if they demand, that you have to be taller for them. I mean, yeah, that's that. The thing is that women, like I said, they are weird. When you are tall too, they say that you don't have beard. I mean, they weird. Yes, so for the women, it's not so concerning. After all, there is a girl. If you are short, you are rich, and you are handsome, they can consider you. If you are short and handsome but broke, they could tolerate you, especially if you are funny. But if you are short, broke, and you are the wawa, my brother, you are disqualified on the face of the pig sheet. But for the government to deny people recruitment just because they are short, don't short people pay taxes too. This is an affront to the rights of short people enshrined in the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. In fact, Article 17 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana provides that all persons shall be equal before the law. And it further says that a person shall not be discriminated against inter alia on grounds of gender, ethnic origin, social or economic status. The social is the height. The social is the height because the height is everything. That's all, come on. My lords, my arguments, therefore, are founded in the Constitution of the nation. But to further my argument, here is a star witness that I have been cross-examining.
Give to you. In the corner. No, we are not hiding. We are checking the height.
So you see, this one, if we had gone to war and we were fighting, they would shoot me.
Oh, of course.
I would die.
Yes.
But you are sure?
No, I'm passing.
So you pass here?
Of course. The person comes and what?
Exactly. And if you have to enter this place, you enter fast. So, do you think it's a good justification for them to deprive short people of entering the immigration, military, fire service, police and things?
No, not at all. We are the best they can have actually.
Why do you say so?
No, because we are smart. We are fast. And it will be difficult for you to notice us when we come at you.
Okay. So, assuming you are at war and they want to shoot the target, then you get the tall people first. Then the short people will survive.
Yes.
And they will win the fight.
Of course.
But some people say the reason why they are not taking short people is that you the brief people who are close to the enemy. They say you people small time then your heart will come. So if they give you gun and you will die. You will die. That's why they say short people find a different career instead of going to the
military, the army, the security.
Because if you give already short man without a gun or short person, you understand? And they say short people can be unforgiving. So like if you do them something small, 20 years time they'll still deal with you.
It depends on the person actually. But actually short people, I wouldn't say get angry easily, but they don't like to be look down upon.
Already, I have to look down to see you.
Actually, physically, you have to look down and see me. So, because you're looking down to see me, you might think my daughter. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Really? That's bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, so that is my cross-examination, making a solid case for short people. But just in case you still are not convinced, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is why we all need to support our short brothers and sisters to make it into the security services of our beloved nation. Make brother.
You remember what they used to say about me? Akufo-Addo can never be president. He's too short. They say he's too short. You remember that? You remember that? They can never be president. His house, Dr. Darko, everybody, they could never be president. So he can never be president. I am president of Ghana today.
Your Excellency, thank you for that very, very fantastic testimony. You are definition that what is possible. Now, I don't know why people think that short people can't make it to the security services. After all, I mean, when they become IGP or Chief of Defense Staff, we can get them a chair and a podium that is fit for purpose for all occasions. And I'm Musimi Yali. Oh, Lord. Let's take a quick break, right? A very short break, actually, not a tall one. Just a short one. And when we return, the IGP, he has been doing the most, plus something really beautiful that happened this week. And also, the Opimswa, Santihino 2472. Hey. Passman, McBona. We are coming. All right, welcome from that break. This is BackPage on City TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. Before we get to the IGP, Terminator has been in the news. My goodness, I'll show you that very, very shortly. But let me take you to the Asante Hene's outfit, where he has been giving a very stern warning to some people of Pimswo. Let's listen.
Let me use this platform to highlight a very disturbing development which has come to my attention in recent times, and that is the encroachment of university lands. I condemn it in no uncertain terms and strongly send a note of caution to all those involved to desist from it or face my wrath. And let me warn the communities, the chiefs, and whoever. The lands are mine, and you are just caretakers to those lands. There's no family land here in Ashanti. No Abusuapanyin can claim that the land belongs to him, and therefore he has a right to alienate a portion of the land of the university lands at all. And you can go to any court, take it there. I'm sure also there will be a judge who will know that the Constitution and the Constitution of Ashanti says that there's no family land in Ashanti. And therefore, get the lawyers to take you to court. But I'll get the courts also to turn over their decisions.
That's right. Nana Nyankwada. You know, some of your other people who are also chiefs, the place when they die, we will bury themselves. They have sold the land. Where the cemetery for the chiefs, they have sold the land. Your definition of now let me bring you Terminator. You understand? Terminator, he dropped something beautiful. This one is a single. He dropped a single this week.
Even Tobus, people are creating their own turkeys, and people give turkeys that have expired, but the unsuspecting public. How many of us, including all of us in this room, carefully examine turkeys that are given to us at toe boot ends, even including myself? How many of us religiously examine the turkeys given to us, whether they are valid turkeys or expired turkeys, or perhaps the amounts written on the turkeys are far below what we pay? And most of us, after collecting the turkeys, just drop them at the same place. And you see the hawkers there, they pick them and give them back to those in the toll booths.
No, but people are asking. They're asking the IGP to arrest a statue of Yasantua because the statue was brandishing a gun in public. People can play power. But it only goes to show the level of seriousness that many people think the police now attaches to their work. They won't wait for people to report wrongdoers before arresting them, or even ask for money after you have reported before they move their car to follow you. If you like, go and ask Medica. He was doing Ujiminu. Then the police show up and say, hey, the first no now Mwada says yeah Dr. Akufu Dampare, he says we didn't come here to play. Charlie, I said the woman who faked her kidnapping in Takradino, how many years? Straight. And we are waiting for the nation's presidential prophet. Time will tell. We will see how that goes. Oh yeah, but time will tell. Shortility and Medical have been granted bail, by the way, and it was all joy and highness.
Happy?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
They don't pray.
Kaka.
Go dig the gold finish. Gold gun.
Okay, guys, have fun. Now, as you may know, the finance minister has encouraged young graduates to be entrepreneurial because their payroll is full. And you know, entrepreneurs like yobbing. So you would hear an entrepreneur say something like, well, I started my rice farm with just 1 grain of rice. Today we export rice to prisons across the country. So people say by the time Dr. Kufu Dampare will be pulled out, and I'm pulling out the official term for the handing over of the IGP, by the time he will do his, he will say that I started with only local prisoners, but now I have celebrities, politicians in power and opposition, prophetpreneurs, and even some obronis from across the globe. Did I hear you say, man? Something marvelous happened this week at the University of Ghana, Lagos. Professor Nanaba Appiah-Amfo. She was inducted as the 13th Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana. Guess what? She turned 50 weeks ago, and she will be the first female Vice Chancellor of Lagos. Now, her induction as VC means Lagos' top principals are all women. The Chancellor is a woman, the Chair of the Council is a woman, and then the Vice Chancellor herself is a woman. And on top of that, the Registrar too is a woman. It's a woman's world, guys. Who runs the world? Thank you. Now, when you hear who runs the world, you better believe it. And let me show you some highlights.
The University of Ghana has made history with the induction into office of its first female Vice Chancellor. It has taken us a while, 7 decades and 3 years. Other public universities went ahead of us in this advancement in gender equality. But when the University of Ghana did it, we did it in a comprehensive style. My appointment is the last in the series of appointments of female principal officers. First, we had our first female chancellor, then the first female council chair, and now the first female vice chancellor. So for the first time ever, the 3 principal officers of the university, as by law defined, are female, and we topped it up with a female registrar.
With a female chancellor in the person of Mary Chinwe-Hesse, males in the academic hierarchy of Lagos may well begin to feel a threatened species. I believe they have no cause to worry. It just happens to be the time of the women.
This is lovely, guys. This is absolutely beautiful. I love it. Congratulations to the University of Ghana for this beautiful story you've blessed the world with, and it can only get better. Now, one of the most powerful things I heard this week was said by the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Alban Subana Kensford Bagwe. He said, the power of the people is greater than the power. The power of the people is greater than the people in power. Now, think about that. And before we go, I was at Prof. Appiah-Amfo's induction when I got a call. The call came from Mr. Metewe. He actually edits the show you get to see. Mr. Metewe, love you. He asked me to look behind me and say hello to the person behind me. When I turned, it was his wife. She was so happy, and so was I. She says that her children love BackPage so much, but she's worried. She's worried because something's happening. And she says I should use today's show to tell her child, one of them, who has BEC to write. So panacho. Also so share BackPage. No share the mano, no via. Na BackPage was sharing your opinion. My brother, your mother says I should beg you for her, okay? But me, I know that you use the show to distress. No. You're on the way to heaven. You're on the way to heaven, right? You know that. But you don't know. Otherwise, I'll record.